It's a 3-0 win on the final day of the season, secures the playoff spot. How proud were you of the lads' performance today?
Yeah, really proud. They've given everything this year so far, and it was kind of one final hurdle we got to get across. To be fair to them, they played really well first half. I knew they'd come at us. They want to end their season on a high. But yeah, I can't speak highly enough of the players. To be fair, everybody. So I've had to make some difficult decisions and leave players out today. That's not easy to do as a manager. And I think their attitude and the application and the sacrifice they've done this year in the league that we're in is a massive achievement to reach the playoffs for us. And now the question is, can we go on and win it? We'll give it a good go. There's some tough sides in that league, in the playoff league now. And we've got a long trip on Tuesday night, but all season the lads have been absolutely fantastic. But I've just said to them, it's not done yet, so enjoy yourselves today, look after yourselves now moving forward. We've got a tough game Tuesday, and then obviously we'll go out there and try and win the game in a one-off game.
As you say, quick turnaround, heading off to Hebburn on Tuesday since we finished 4th. What's the mentality going into that game? How do you manage the lads now, and do you make any changes? Because you announced an unchanged squad today, so
yeah, I think now we're going to have to assess the lads, see how people are. Obviously, there's a couple of niggles from today's game, but that's the time of the year where they come. You have to play through that pain barrier. I'm sure that Hebburn and Stocksbridge and Stockton are all in the same boat. It's about patching the players up best we can. We're blessed with a really, really good squad that I can utilise. I just felt that the lads deserved to play today that performed last week. In hindsight, maybe I made that a little bit wrong choice, because to be fair, in the first half they was the better side. We've gone in 1-0 from a long throw, but they had majority of most of the chances in the first half. We struggled to get going. I don't know if it was just the magnitude of the game or the occasion. Forget again how young some of the players are, but changed it a little bit in the second half, changed the dynamic of the team, changed the formation. It seemed to work really well, and there's only ever one team probably that's going to go on and win it from that point. So yeah, we'll have a look at the lads and see how they are. My job, I know obviously they'll know how we play, we know how they play. It's about probably on the day now where it's just a one-off shootout and the winning team goes through. So, but the lads will be ready to go, pain or no pain. They've done that all year now, and like I said, they've been consistently good pretty much over the season. I can only remember 3 or 4 bad performances throughout the season where we've deserved to get beat. We've been playing well pretty much all of the year. Now can we take it to the next level and move forward again? So yeah, it's just about seeing how they are now, and any niggles and any tiredness in legs. I've got to make that decision now.
And earlier in the season, when the club was 16th, 17th, did you ever expect that this might even be possible?
Yes, yeah. I think if you ask any of the players in there, I firmly believe in all of them. Anybody, the chairman, we've had chats about it. I firmly believed it was just about tweaking it, maybe 1 or 2 fresh faces coming in. We didn't panic, we didn't press the panic button and go, right, we've got to get rid of 5 or 6 and sign 5 or 6. It was kind of, we're just missing a few pieces of the jigsaw. And it is horses for course in this league. You go up a level, it's a little bit different. You have to do your homework, you have to look at teams and how they play and where you can exploit their weaknesses. And it's something I think, looking back on now, especially after the Tadcaster game, I remember that away from home, and I'm still believing that we would finish high up the league. And I think it's obviously new to us. We're playing a lot of teams we've never played against before. So I think the lads have done fantastically well as a group. The staff as well, they back me, behind me. I can't do that without them. But like I said, the season's not over yet. I know the fans are celebrating and great, we're in the playoffs, but I'm already thinking to the next game. And that's kind of how I've got to think. But yeah, going back to your question, I firmly believe we would, and I think the players had that belief in them as well. And it's up to me as a manager to galvanise them and give them that self-belief. And you've seen what happens when you do that as a team, as a unit, as a group. There's no egos in that dressing room, and we all play for each other. And the staff back the players, and the players back the staff. And when that happens, there's not much more pure in football than that.
And going back to today's game, you mentioned how maybe in the first half Brighouse were the better team, but the lads in the defence, they played a great game today. They've held on, they kept a clean sheet as well.
Yeah, and they was getting in good areas, but they were shooting from 20 yards, 25 yards, and Ross was making comfortable saves that I'd expect him to make. And he made a difference in terms of coming out, commanding his box again, the calmness. So yeah, they never really. There was some half chances, and I'd say they had the better of the play. We just didn't get going in the first half. But sometimes when you're not at your best and you score a goal, we defended it well to half time. It's my job to make sure that I get it right in the second half. So that's on me, not the players. I've asked them to go out and execute a game plan. They was trying to do that, just wasn't working for them. So that's where I have to change it and see where we can exploit them a little bit more and be braver on the ball and be braver in certain situations to go and press them higher up the pitch and not have as much time for them to play. But the defence was excellent today, to a man. Kept me a clean sheet. And the lads, to be fair, were ruthless in front of goal at the top end of the pitch today, which was great. Pleased for TC to get on the score sheet. Obviously Jamie's desire to go and win the ball in the face of probably getting smashed by the goalkeeper, ended up smashing the goalkeeper and scoring. So they're the bits of desire, the little bit of moments in games that we need to be at all the time now, and they did it today. But I think looking back on the game, they came and played their part in today's game. They didn't want no pushovers. They're some good players. They moved the ball well. And they was on the back of a 4-game run and winning and keeping clean sheets. And I was aware of that. I said to the lads, this is going to be a tough test today. How badly do you want it? And they wanted it. So, like I said, credit goes to the players.
Yeah, scoring just 2 minutes into the match, a pretty vintage goal as well. A long throw in from Kieran Walker and headed in by Alex. Do you think that just filled the lads with confidence and gave them, what they needed to push on?
It's always good to get an early goal, instead of conceding one. So yeah, off to a good start, gives you the confidence and also gives you a little bit of something to hang on to, even when you're not playing well. I don't think they played badly, it was just that they were probably a little bit half a yard sharper, but they tired towards the game, and that's the beauty of this team, the fitness is strong. They didn't, and I knew they'd come second half strong. But yeah, it was a vintage kind of goal from Kieran Walker into Alex and a goal. And Alex has got that ability to hold off his man in them situations. It's always a weapon, that throw. It's hard to defend against. I know I've played the game as a goalkeeper. I do not want that ball getting hurled in on me. For 90 minutes, it's difficult to defend against. It puts teams under pressure. It can ricochet anywhere as a tap in. So it's a weapon to have. We don't have to always use it. If you see, we went short a little bit as well, mix it up. But it's difficult for teams to defend against. No matter what you do, you can have 11 players back there. It's still difficult to defend. So yeah, really good goal. Settled us down, and then we kind of took the game by the scruff of the neck in the second half and went on and won it. So. And again, I'll keep going back to it, it's credit to the players, they did that. They understood what I wanted them from the second half, changed the formation, how to play, be braver, and they did that and executed it.
And Curzons, he was suspended last match, came back in today, 5 minutes on the pitch and he scored. Could you have asked for a better impact from him?
Yeah, no, I feel for TC because he wants to score goals like any striker does, and he's young. I think sometimes he beats himself up a little bit too much. And I've just said to him to go out and play with a smile on your face. There's no pressure on anybody here. The only pressure you put on is yourself. You know what I expect of you. That's not just him, that's everybody. They know the level of performance I want when they turn up for training, when they walk in the building, even before the games, how to conduct yourself and what I want from them. So I just said, take the weight off and just play. Go and enjoy yourself, work hard, the goals will come. You do that, play with a smile on your face, and that's, I wish I could still play. I say that to them all the time. I'm stood on the sideline, heading every ball, kicking every ball, talking, organising as much as I can for you as well to try and help you. So, I said just enjoy playing football, and he's done that today. And he's come on and he looked sharp. He looked like a problem. They was tiring, and I wouldn't like to defend against that. Him coming off the bench, doing what he did today. So great finish as well. A little dink into the corner. Didn't panic. Was composed. And again, that settles the lads down to kick on again.
And as you mentioned, Jamie Walker got the third today. And he was presented with the supporters player of the season as well at the end there. How much does he deserve that, and how important have his goals and his experience been in the second half of the season especially?
Yeah, massively important. I think you always need that player that the rest of the team do what they do, but you need somebody to take this game by the scruff of the neck sometimes when they're going to go back to the Grantham one, the moment of quality where he's put the ball in the bottom corner from the free kick. He's scored countless goals. He's always a problem. He's good in the air. He's dynamic. He's got a great shot. But on reflection, he deserves it. You can't single him out in terms of anyone playing more of an effort, but in terms of the goals that he scored have been important for us. But the team give him a platform to do that, and again, he has to take them chances. He has to be in the right areas. His goal today was totally probably the opposite of what he used to seeing him score, where he's just had more desire to go and get on the end of it, and probably put himself in a position where he was going to get hurt and scored a goal. So yeah, he's in over 20 goals this season. Assists probably in double figures. So yeah, he's been integral to our performance, and especially our rise from where we was 16th, 17th in the league. He starts scoring goals. In that rich vein of form, it helps. It gets you a 2-1, it gets you a 1-0. But like I said, everybody's played their part, and even the players that weren't in the squad today, they've played their part. I said it doesn't matter if you play 1 minute or 1,000 minutes. You played your part, and it's about a group and it's togetherness that when called upon, you've got to be ready. And to be fair to Jay, he's had a good season this year. Again, scored 20 plus goals, and I think he did that last year. And he's moved a little bit inside, gives him a licence to get on the ball, make us play, get in the box and score them goals. And you know, it's something that I think the team are valuing. He's frustrating sometimes. The lads will tell you, you know. He wants to score like all the attacking players do, but I think it's great to see him flourish in that position. And then obviously if he does, the team does, I suppose. But the team make him do what he does, so it's equally in equal measure really. So yeah, really pleased for him. He deserves it. Obviously the fans have recognised that. Hopefully he can score a few more now moving forward.